Chevrolet was a partner in the Frontenac Motor Corporation with brothers Louis and Arthur Chevrolet. He raced IndyCars from 1915 to 1920, starring 15 races out of 20 entries. Chevrolet would win 4 races, including the 1920 Indianapolis 500. Tragically, he and Eddie O'Donnell were killed in a crash at Beverly Hills later that year. Chevrolet was later retroactively declared to have won the 1920 AAA National Championship. Here he is after qualifying at Indianapolis in 1920, where he started 6th. Koenig was a driver from Pennsylvania whose IndyCar career consisted of entering 4 sprint car races in 1946 that counted towards the national championship. He started at Trenton and Bedford, but his result is unknown for each of them. Koenig was later killed in a crash while practicing for an ARDC midget race at Langhorne in 1949. No pictures available. Williams entered 13 IndyCar races from 1933 to 1949, each of them being the Indianapolis 500. The only years where he steered the race were 1936, 1940, 1941, and 1947, getting a best finish of 16th in the former year. Williams later owned a motel in Richmond, Indiana. Here he is after qualifying for the 1941 500, where he started 5th but finished 24th due to radiator issues after 68 laps.
In World War II, Crawford served in the United States Army Air Corps and was the top-ranking fighter ace in the 97th Fighter Squadron. After the war, he formed a chain of grocery stores based in El Monte, California. Crawford used the money he earned from his grocery stores to fund his racing career. He competed in the national championship from 1953 to 1963, starting 7 races out of 27 attempts and getting a best finish of 14th at the 1954 Hoosier 100. However, Crawford did finish 4th in the exhibition race of 2 Worlds at Monza in the second heat in 1957 and the third heat in 1958. As of 2018, Crawford is the only driver to complete the entire 12 hours of Sebring by themselves. Here he sits in his car at Monza in 1958, where he finished 4th overall. Horne was a midget driver from Pennsylvania whose only IndyCar entry was the 1949 Indianapolis 500. However, he failed to qualify after crashing during his rookie test. No pictures available. Ashley was a road racer who started 4 Formula One races out of 11 entries from 1974 to 1977, getting a best finish of 14th at the 1974 German Grand Prix, his debut race. Ashley later started 5 kart races from 1985 to 1987 and got a best finish of 9th place at Mid-Ohio in 1986. Here he is at that race. Swindell won 294 World of Outlaws sprint car feature races in the championship in 1981, 1982, and 1987 in a career that started in 1978. He also won the 1983 Knoxville Nationals and the Chili Bowl Midget Nationals in 1989, 1992, 1996, 1998, and 2009. In IndyCars, Swindell started 3 races out of 5 entries from 1982 to 1987, getting a best finish of 9th at Pocono in 1986. Here he is after an ultimately unsuccessful qualifying attempt for the 1987 Indianapolis 500. Carroll's IndyCar career first consisted of driving in practice at Mexico City in 2006 when it was thought that regular driver Justin Wilson may have been unable to race due to an injury. However, Wilson was able to race. In 2010, Carroll started a pair of races at Watkins Glen, finishing 16th, and Mid-Ohio, finishing 19th. He also won the 2008-2009 A1 Grand Prix Championship as a representative for Ireland. He has since competed in the European Le Mans Series, the British GT Championship, the FIA World Endurance Championship, and Formula E. Here is Carroll at Watkins Glen in 2010.